I don't know why I continue to get back into the collecting business. I mean, one thing that I tried to do for the last couple of months, I tried my best to just get these last, what, maybe 6 or 7 retro games that I wanted, and I was going to back out. I was going to do that. Then I jumped into the Xbox Series set of games, and I've been having a blast collecting a few of those. I'm probably going to continue that, but now on top of that, I have gotten back into the PS3 area of collecting, and I'm probably going to get into another console when it comes to collecting games as well. So I keep saying I'm going to stop. It's like an ebb and flow. Some days you feel like you're ready to collect. Some days then the next day you want to collect a little bit of everything. It just goes back and forth, and it's actually kind of crazy how this all plays out. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know if this is a problem that I have. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's a bad problem because I do curtail my collection, but I just have the urge. It goes up and down, up and down. But the main thing is I'm just not going out and impulse buying. So if you are collecting games, if you're picking up stuff, please be mindful what you're picking up. Just don't pick up stuff because it's there. But even if you have the urge to pick up some stuff, make sure you're picking up the stuff that you actually want, not just because it's on a platform that you like, because you'll have a bunch of stuff around that you don't even want. The next day, the next week, you're going to have an issue where it's going to be like, why I have this. Nevertheless, enough of that intro and that rant or whatever. I am into the PS3 collecting right now. I've been on it for the past, let's say, week or so. Couple of games that I've been wanting to get, and it turned into about a dozen games that I got within the last, 3, maybe 4 weeks. And it's not that these games are games that I don't want, because I'm very interested in them. But I think these are games that are actually pretty good quality. And if you want a physical copy of them, this is probably the best way to go, and hands down. So I'm going to get into my PS3 collection and let you know what is going on with what I have picked up the last, let's say, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So I already talked about these two games right here that I got. Far Cry 3 Heavy Rain. I already told you about these two games in the past couple of videos. I had Heavy Rain at one point, and I'm kind of mad that I got rid of it, but I did pick it back up in just great shape. I mean, look, everything looks beautiful here. It looks very, very clean, and I'm glad I was able to pick this game up. And like I said, I don't think this game is on PS4, physical, that is. And this is an excellent game that has like 4, maybe 5 different endings, so high replay value. And I'm actually surprised that nobody really talks about this game as much as it should. I think it's a great game. And Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is another really good game. You can get this on, I think it's like Far Cry 3 Classic or something on PS4, PS5, which is really cool. But I wanted a physical copy of this. And this is the GameStop edition, and it has 4 bonus missions. I don't know if it's on a code or whatever. I don't think it's on the disc, which I don't really care for that, or whatever the case may be. I would like to play them, but if it's not on the disc, that's fine. I just like Far Cry 3, and I also have this on PC as well. But like I said, PC gaming is cool. I don't have a problem with it. I love it, but I just don't. I always want a physical copy to have that sort of attachment, which I'll talk about that later on in the video. Another game that I got which was delisted at some point, and I think it was relisted. I don't know, but I'm glad that I got a physical copy of this, because I don't know where this game is going to go at some point. I got DuckTales Remastered. I got this. I think I have this also on PC. I'm not sure, but I know it was delisted at one point. It maybe still be available on the PS3 store or whatever. I don't know, but I'm just glad I got this, because there's so uncertainty with it. Pretty good game. I do like the original one on the NES. I do like that one, but it's good to have the remastered version that is actually physical as well. These next two games that I got, I don't know how I feel about the first one that I'm about to show you anyway, because this game has so many issues and so many problems. And I told myself I wasn't going to pick this up because I have the game, well, one of them, not the HD version, but I have the game on original Xbox. But it's one game that I don't have at all, and I'm kicking myself for not picking it up. Um, This is a Silent Hill HD collection. These games have so many problems in them, and it's not as immersive as the PS2 version. I do have the original Xbox version of Silent Hill 2, which has like exclusive content, but I don't have Silent Hill 3. So I don't have that in. I don't know if I'm actually going to play Silent Hill 3 on here, because once I picked this up, which I got it for really cheap, I went back to look, and a lot of people said that this game has so many problems. The dialogue, the voice acting, everything is so terrible on these versions. It might not even worth playing. I may play it just to get the trophies. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm going to endure that. But yeah, I did pick that up, which is still, I mean, just like the Heavy Rain one and all the other ones, very good copy, very clean. And I mean, the PS3 copies of games just look really, really, really good, especially on the shelf. This other game that I picked up that a lot of people really don't say much about. I got Silent Hill Homecoming as well. Not many people don't talk about this game that much, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't that bad, but I don't have much else to say on it. But I'm glad I did pick this up, because this is another game. This game is actually going up in price if you can find it. It's not that bad, but it'll be more expensive than you think. But I'm glad I got that. Next couple of games I picked up, which I need to get the first one, but I do have 2 and 3. I got Resistance 2, which is, a lot of people say this is a phenomenal game, and I'm glad I got this, because I missed out playing this game during the time, in Resistance 3. So I got both of these, but I do want to get the first one because they say Resistance 2 pick up exactly where the first one left off. So I'm definitely going to try to pick up the first one before I play the second one. And I don't know how much it picks up from the third one, but I want to play these in order. Insomniac Games, a lot of people said that this is pretty good. I'm mad at myself for not playing that earlier. And yeah, so I'm going to go to the next games that I got. This is a game that I'm not really big on getting, but I'm glad I got it for. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I got it for the soundtrack, to be honest, and it is actually a really good game as well. MLB The Show 14. Now a lot of people may wonder, oh, why you got this game? I mean, you could play any of the MLB shows. The song "Broken Bells" is on this game, and if you know anything about Broken Bells, Holding On to Life, I think the group's called Broken Bells, but the song is called Holding On to Life, and I love playing that song. And I remember when I got this game for the PS, I got on the PS3 and PS4 when it first came out. But I remember when I was playing it, and every time I used to, go between games or whatever, this song used to play in the background, and it was kind of like the theme song of the release of the PS4, in my opinion. But I did get the PS3 version because I wanted this version, and I'm gonna give you a reason why this PS3 games situation, why I'm getting back into it, which I got in the title. I'll talk about that shortly as well. Listen, the next 2 games that I got, that will be the last 2 that I'll talk about before I get into my whole spill, is these are like pretty rare. I ain't gonna say rare, but these games are going up in price for real, for real. And these are games that you may want to pick up if you really, really want to play them, because I don't think they're going to be re-released anytime soon. This is the HD version of Ratchet and Clank, the collection. This has Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando, and Up Your Arsenal. Listen, these are great games even on the PS2, but to have them on PS3 is absolutely great. Now, one thing I don't like about this, whoever I bought this from, this is a very dirty case. I'm gonna have to clean it off. But nevertheless, it's the whole collection. Everything is on the disc. I don't have to worry about any codes that you have to pick up. Like, one thing about this collection, not this collection, but these collections that have been coming out, there's like a collection of them where I think it was the God of War collection, the Infamous collection, some of these games came out and they had vouchers to get the other games. But everything is on the disc. So I'm glad I got that. And last but not least, that I also got was Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. Now, this game went up in price really, really quick around the time, I want to say, I think it was a threat that the PS3 store is going to close. This physical copy of the game was very hard. They're still kind of they're not rare, but it's not that many copies out there. compared to other copies of games. And this game went up to almost like 60, 70, almost $80 at one point. It kind of went down a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if the price went back up again. I bought both of these together for around, I think it was around $40, which was an absolute steal. Because this game right here, you can find this for almost the price of, an old PS3 game, as of when it was released, around $60. This game is another one that I want to play, and I'm actually going to have a phenomenal time with it because I never really played it. This has a voucher to Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty, which I think I already have. I think I bought that on the PS3 store, so I'm not too worried about that. But there are physical copies for that Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty out there. I may pick up the physical copy of that one as well. All right, so those are the games that I got for the PS3. Now, why am I getting back into the PS3? And there's another console that I may be picking up for down the road. PS3 is a console that when you get the disc, for the most part, you are getting the full disc game on the disc. There's patches in some games, some little updates, real small updates that don't really break the bank when it comes to your hard drive, which I can tolerate. Compared to games today, most games now you have to download the entire game onto your hard drive, which could take up a lot of space if you're collecting. And on top of that, you may have issues where the games are not really finished. Some 1.0 builds are start to finish type games, which is cool, but some of the games are still like absolutely broken. But for the PS3, you have most of the game that's on most of the games, where even if you have to have a patch for a game, like I said, you get a PS3, maybe 500 gigs. Maybe you have a PS3 that's 1 gigabyte, which you can put a 1 gig hard drive in. You're going to be fine when you download those small patches, as long as the PSN store is open. And even if the PSN store on the PS3 is not open, you still should be okay playing most of the games on the PS3. Now, the next console I want to pick up for is a 6th generation console by the PlayStation 2. I was looking at this video, and I can't remember. I want to say it's Epsvox. I think I said his name right. He has another channel where he talks about picking up games for PS2, and he was basically just talking my language. It's like I was thinking it, and he put it on a video, and I'll put the link down in the description so you can check that video out. But I mean, he doesn't need no introduction to me, but he does great work. But if you've never seen it, and I'll put it down there, and I will say that he basically laid out why PS2 games are it's a very good value to pick up for. It kind of reminded me of the original Xbox, but the original Xbox games are like dirt cheap. PS2 games are just as, if not, slightly, more expensive than than the original Xbox, but you get great games that were absolutely phenomenal, and they were not scared to take risk. Like games today, you're not going to get any of those type of games that you got from the PS2 era. And some of those games are absolutely, great. Like some PS2, PS2 third-person shooters, first-person shooters, some different type of racing games, action adventure, RPGs. And I mean, I think not the collection, but the library is like almost 3,000, games that you actually 3,000 games that you could actually pick up that are so widespread as far as the library. And I mean, you can't go wrong. You're going to find something that you like, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's one thing about these games that on the PS2 and even the PS3, original Xbox 360, those games around that era absolutely, great to pick up and play. The 360, they're probably maybe going up in price a little bit, but I absolutely recommend picking up any of those. But the PlayStation 2 is going to be the next console I'm probably going to be picking up for. Even though I got pretty much all the retro games that I want, I think I'm going to explore what the PS2 library actually has, because they have a lot of games that I really haven't been following as much because I've been so big on the original Xbox and other things. So I know they have some games on there that maybe not on the original Xbox that I may not know about, or vice versa. But even then, I'll try to just go look and see what they have. Oh, and there's another thing. I do have one more game I want to show that I picked up, which is kind of weird. And I'm gonna get up out of here once I say, once I get this out the way. I skipped this game. I got Yakuza Zero on the PS3. Why did I get this? Listen, Yakuza Zero on a PS4 is nice. Don't get me wrong. The American version is nice. I don't have a problem with it. This has slightly different culture differences. Some of the songs are different. I don't think the dialogue is too much different, but they have a little bit of difference in the game than the PS4. And I already got the PS4 version digital, and I actually thought about I may pick it up at some point because I'm pretty much trying to get the entire Yakuza series. I have this one. I have Kiwami. I got Kiwami 2. I have Yakuza 1, 2, 3, and 4, PS2, PS3 versions. But one thing about this, everything is in Japanese. So you're not going even the subtitle. So if you don't know how the story goes, you're going to be kind of lost, which I kind of know how the story is. And if you do decide to get this, I recommend, and I know this is kind of weird, but I recommend you play both games side by side, like the American version and this one, and you will see the differences if you're interested. For me, I kind of know how Yakuza Zero goes. If I do, find something I don't remember, I'll just go back and look at the dialogue or whatever, or I'll just go with the flow. So, but I always wanted this because I just thought it was unique that this game, and I think the next game, I'm not sure. I think Yakuza 6. No, I know Yakuza 5. I don't think Yakuza 6 is on PS3, but I know 5 is. I know all of them are on PS3 pretty much in Japan. So I may just go and just collect them all and just play them. Because another thing, I've been really interested in a lot of Japanese games as of late, and you can get those very cheap as well. But as far as that, PS3, PS2 games, I'm probably going to try to get into that a little bit more, and I really want to get in. I really want to get into playing more of these games because I find myself more interested in these PS3, PS2, original Xbox, Xbox 360. I'm more interested in those and then the Xbox, series and the PS5. Even though I do like the series, I think the series turned out to be really good. And with that being said, you can play Xbox 360 games on that as well. So it kind of works out for what I wanted to do at the end of the day. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I wanted, what I am picking up lately, and I will have more videos upcoming with this. And the next pickup I'll do probably be more PS2 related. I'll probably do that, and maybe some. Yeah, I really don't want to get into PS1, but just depends. I may, but the PS2 is definitely going to be next on the list because I'm really much officially done with the games that I really, really want. Now I'm going to get some games that I'm actually interested in, and I'm going to be really particular about that because I don't want to get carried away before I have like 50 PS2 games that I just got because they were there. And that's a problem that a lot of people have that most people don't really want to talk about. A lot of people do that when they do collect, and then they're looking at their collection like, why do I have this? So be careful out there if you're going out there. I'm gonna probably go to a flea market today. I plan on doing that and see if they got anything out there. I haven't been to one since I've moved back to Georgia, so I don't know, whatever the case may be, what I'm going to see when I get out there. And I'm going to get ready. This is game week. Go Georgia Southern Eagles. We play Boise State this week, the upcoming. So I'm going to be rooting for them, and we'll see how that goes. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all guys on the next one. All right, y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.